Hi, good morning, everybody. My name is Monroe. As you guys know, Monroe from BreakDiving. This is a book club event that we are doing. For those of you joining us, just watching on YouTube, you can join this actual community, breakdiving.io. You can see the link underneath here on the video. I'm Monroe. I'm the founder. I'm in New York. We've got Bhavya today. She's from India, living in New Jersey. Selena is in California. Ria is in India, and Leo is in Jordan. So this is the type of community we have here at BreakDiving. And today we're talking about the book by E.M. Forrester, The Machine Stops. So we had our 30 minutes of group chat via text. We have a chat room, a book club chat room. We just finished that. We talked about the bio a little bit, and now we're going to, and we talked about a little bit about the coronavirus and how the book is very similar. And one of the main themes that we just talked about is how in the book, everyone is contained in this pod under the ground, and the machine does everything for them. Brings them food, brings them their entertainment, brings them their massages, their medical care, and you never leave. And as Leo pointed out, they take your kids away from you when they're born and put them in their own pod. And so we're just going to open it up for that. We just realized that how well that's kind of like what we're living in right now in some ways, with computers and cell phones and Amazon and home delivery and coronavirus quarantine. Who has something that they want to add to this?
How the machine manage a small baby, a crying small baby? I cannot imagine that thing now.
All I can imagine. Well, I think the kid from the book. I think the kid stays with the mother long enough because the mother taught. I think I read that the mother taught the son
Yeah.
how to press the buttons for the machine, how to read the manual.
Yeah, at first the parents gave them a little bit literatures, a little literatures to learn them how to do manuscript things and understand how the bot actually works. And then the machine just took the baby from them and put it on its own pods and start to take care of it and stuff like that.
So I think that.
Yeah,
I
and
guess that's how it works. Go ahead, Bhavya.
yeah, and life is all about beautiful memories. It's really strange, right? It's like mother and kids separate,
Yeah.
like together we create a lot of memories, which helps in our life and the future. When we are get old, it's all memories, so we live with that. Yeah.
Yeah, that sounds so frustrating actually. Like she already did told her son that I already can see you in this blue glass thing. The machine can connect us with each other's. We can see each other's and we can talk to each other's. But it doesn't matter if we are touching each other's or hugging each other. So she lost a lot of her soul. She lost the meaning of the belonging and the passion for her children and stuff like that. She just wasting her time all the time with. She said that I can't just doodle my time all around, and I have a lot of precious time to give lectures and just go across the world and see my own son. She lost a lot of a big part of herself and the big meaning of the humanity, the belonging part.
Yeah, I agree with that. Selena, what are your thoughts on reading the book?
I thought like people really turned into monsters because it was like they said that the mothers didn't have a duty to their kids the moment after they were born, which is really strange because mothers are usually really protective of their kids, right? Yeah, so that part was weird.
Changing gears the two things that struck me about the book was, one was the author said man is the measure of all things. And I heard that once before when I was in high school, and I forget which Greek or Roman philosopher said that, like Epictetus or something like that, but man is the measure of all things. And I never understood what it meant until this book. And the way that I interpret it is finally, oh, because mankind, humans, we are the most intelligent creature on the planet. Everything, every value is determined by us.
Yeah.
So why do we say, oh, it's how tall am I? I'm 5'11". 5 feet? Oh, because that's how long a foot is generally. It's about 12 inches. And I thought, oh, and how crazy that if our measurements as a society deteriorate, we'll become comfortable with mediocrity. And this mother became very comfortable with this very low measure of what life should be, because the machine and whoever put the machine into operation decreased our sensitivity and decreased her desire for creativity and to see the world. The other part that struck me is that eventually firsthand knowledge became something to avoid. And you should always strive for second or third or even better, fourth case knowledge. The farther you can get removed from actually experiencing something, the better the experience is. And anyway, on those two things, do you guys have any of you notice those two things when you read the book?
Actually, I will mention about your first or remark about your first point, that who actually put the machine in operating. Like, I'm scared that the book is
In operation.
Yeah, the operation. Like, I'm scared that the book is telling us about a loop. Like, at the end of the book, it says that everything just destroyed and everything ended, and the mind. But the son told his mother, no, there is an actual people who is actually living on the earth, and they are just scared to come out because they want the machine to end or to be destroyed.
Mm-hmm.
He told her that they learned their lesson, but actually they don't learn their lesson, um, or is one like there one day that will come and one of the generation won't understand that this machine is so wrong and is forbidden and is so evil, and this generation will just put the machine in operation again. Like, I felt like the book is just a loop or something like that.
Anyway, before I go ahead, do any of you want to say something based on what Leo just said?
Yes, when Kuno was on Earth, then he realized that machine has flaws. Like, we have created the machine, and he then realized that machine have flaws, and it is not giving that thing which he feels on Earth when he when he come on Earth. The air he feel, it is not given by the machine. That pleasure he cannot feel in that machine.
I have a question, just
That's
technical. Go ahead, Leo.
that's the thing I'm scared of. That one of those children of the next generation of those people who are hidden on the earth, when they will discover this machine and give them their fulfillment of this desire about the comfortable that this machine may give them one day, they will just crave for this desire and try to build it and improve it and making an operation again and try to use it, and this loop will begin again.
So I remember there was a page that talked about why the machine got created in the first place, but I forget. I don't remember precisely. Do we? It was something that. Would you guys remember precisely why they created it?
Yeah, because when there were revolutions and wars and the earth
Mm.
destroyed, and
Yes, yes.
it's not anymore suitable for living for humans or something like that.
But apparently it was, because I don't understand why he had to put on a respirator. But apparently, when he was out there, he didn't need the respirator, right?
Because in biology, our human bodies are so adaptable. Like when you just put someone on a specific kind of a place with a specific conditions, this our body will start to just compensating and adapting for all the conditions that we are living in. So where they were adapted to the pod.
But was the Earth at some point, was it incapable of people to breathe?
No, the thing I understood that those people already born inside those pods in a specific kind of conditions. So the earth does have a natural air and the natural sunlight, but the buds just rendering an artificial air and the artificial sunlight that the human body couldn't compensate with it.
Okay.
I think both are likely. Like maybe the air got so bad because of wars, or maybe they destroyed all the trees because that's completely likely, and then they had to retreat into the machine. But after years of being in the machine, maybe the earth got better again, so it was suitable for living again, but no one knew. Or maybe they just brainwashed everyone into thinking that the air was completely bad, so everyone would go underground. I think it's up to interpretation.
Yeah. I could see either being a logical possibility. Um, so let's change gears to talk about the other aspect of it, that we were talking about how it applies to the modern world. And I think all of us were sharing stories, not I think, we all were sharing stories about how our cell phones have in many ways enslaved us and become our own machine. And I was talking about how I sometimes feel like I get depressed or sad in the mornings or at night because I'm using my phone first thing. And I've tried numerous times to put it in my bathroom and set the phone alarm so I have to get out of bed and go in there. And I did it for about a month. And this was about a year ago. And I even wrote a breakdiving blog post about it. It's live, telling everybody that you need to do what I'm doing. And now I've regressed. I have a problem, I admit. And I'm asking for help. Help, I need to get out of the machine. And do any of you want to share your uh, experiences with cell phones? I know some of you said that you did have the same problem, but you came up with some solutions. What, who wants to go first? Ria.
I had to stop using the cell phone because it was coming in my studies. Every time I started like studying my something, then a message come and then I go through and then I realize, oh, it's half hour I have spent on phone, and then I realize, oh, I have to cover this, I have to cover this, and then I just started. Then I just stressing myself like doing this, doing that, and then again I just came back to the phone and procrastinate my work because of that social media or whatever kind I was using that time. So that for the first time I realized that I am becoming addicted to my phone, and then I stop using that and just bring a keypad phone to me and just only connected to my friends by phone calls only, or I can do message when I just miss them. So that was like I was discovering many things in me. I was creating many hobbies in me. I started then walking. I then started exploring many new things when I do this, when I stop using phone. So yes, I then now I have started again using phone, but now I am not that much addicted because I have overcome through that overcome through what sorry.
It's okay.
So
No,
yes,
we understand. You've overcome your addiction, your need to use
yes,
it and
yes,
have it
yes,
constantly.
yes.
And hold on, let me turn off my AC. It's getting a little loud. This machine needs to stop. It stopped. But now I'm really hot.
Great.
I'm already hot. I just turned it off for 2 seconds and I'm already, whoo. Bhavya, you said you had an experience with this too, right?
Yes. See, I usually used to keep mobile near to while going to bed because I wanted to set alarm, and that's the reason. And I used to addicted to, like, in the morning when I get up, first thing is like a mobile. So now what I do, I usually try to keep it outside. And I usually wake up at 4 a.m. That's my time. I
I
like
know.
to wake up. Yeah.
Yeah, me too.
And yes, and now my body, like, clock is set. Whatever is the reason, whatever time I go to bed, but 4 o'clock I'll get up and just come out. So I'll keep my mobile out. So that's the thing.
So let's just go with everybody. Right at this morning when you woke up, how many minutes before you looked at your phone? And for me, I'll start. I'm embarrassed. The alarm went off. I snoozed a couple of times. I'm embarrassed about that too. I got to get over that. And then I looked at my phone and I started reading the news, email, and it just struck me, Monroe, you're doing it again. I couldn't believe it. I'd become so enslaved by this tool that it's the first thing I look at. No, not opening the window and taking some fresh air, not doing some push-ups. And these are all things I logically know. Like I said, I wrote this blog post about it, and I know psychologically it's not helpful, yet I'm human. And this machine got me. So for me, it was basically immediately this morning. Selena, what about you?
My alarm is on my phone, so I actually looked at it at like the first thing in the morning, and then the event was at 7 a.m. for me, and I got up at 7:04. So the first thing I really looked at was probably my computer instead, because I had to start it up to join the live chat.
Okay. All right. So that's better. That's better than me. Ria, you're next.
I just wake up for 4 o'clock in the morning, and we go to the walk and do not take our Android phone because my mama do not allow me. Like every time we not do need not to take this outside. So we just take a keypad phone for just see the timing, so we do not get late. Yes, but we do not use phone in the early morning. Then we came and just addicted, and then started checking out mails and WhatsApp messages. And then I realized that, oh, I'm getting late for my household chores, so I stop and then using my work. But yes, sometimes it happens that I got very busy in that phone.
So this morning, how many minutes before you looked at your phone after you woke up? An hour?
Yeah, an hour.
An hour. Leo, your turn.
Well, actually, I've been so addicted to phones and laptops and stuff like that. But
So is your bed an actual cell phone? Do you have a big cell phone and it's a bed so that you can
actually
you can
I
swipe
feel
while you're
that-
sleeping?
that-
You have a digital
but
pillow.
I'm making an excuse for these days. I was addicted on games and stuff like that, but now I'm making an excuse because I want to make a progress on my social media accounts and stuff like that. So whenever I woke up and open my eyes, I spend like one and half an hour on my phone when I'm still on my bed. Well,
So
I don't.
guess what? I do the same thing, but it's at night. And I often find myself, I'll get up, I'll do breakdiving stuff with my phone, and I'll start doing emails, and I'll get out of bed, but I'm still using the phone. And then I sit down, and then I realize, what the heck? It's been 2.5 hours. And I'm thinking, all right, this has got to stop.
Actually, I
This is
continue
crazy.
the journey of using my phone. Like, okay, yeah, after one hour or 30 minutes, I just get up from my bed and go to the bathroom with my phone and start to continue the timing.
Oh,
Bhavya, how about you? When did you, tell us your morning cell phone story from today.
yeah, first thing I usually see a Slack. So see whether there is any issues, or the morning I saw that leaderboard issue.
Mm-hmm.
So I was thinking, okay, I have to fix that one. I just glanced around the Slack and I kept it aside. And then, yes, first thing, just drink water and do the morning exercise.
So it was less. So how many minutes after you woke up did you start?
5-10 minutes.
Okay. So we all did it to an extent, except
Yes.
Ria, who we all give her a salute. Let's salute Ria. Everyone has to salute Ria. Do we all agree? Or at least I believe that I'm starting to, no matter, even if your job is working on the internet or working with social media or fitness or telephones or text, it doesn't matter. I feel like it's not good to look at it first thing in the morning and last thing at night. And I don't know about you, but I am going to make a pledge that tonight I will make sure my phone is not in my room when I go to sleep. And I'm going to put it back in the bathroom charging. And it's going to be at least 1 hour prior to me actually going to sleep. Does anyone want to do the same? Something similar?
We should accountable each other so that we continue this one.
Yeah.
Selena's saying, no. No.
Sounds hard.
Yeah, actually, I can't do it.
Guess what? It doesn't sound hard. It is hard. It is hard.
But you can see a lot of, I think, improvement yourself. It makes you so, I feel like, fresh, or energy level difference would be there if we do that one.
No,
I would just say this week, try it once at least. I'm going to try to start making it a habit because I'm frankly sick of this machine in my life controlling me. It controls me. As I said, I go out I carry it around with me everywhere because I want to catch I want to measure my steps. But that's insane. And then as a result, I'm going on the walk while I'm texting people. Why don't I go on a walk and look at the trees, look up at the sky, try to count how many birds I can see. No, it's almost like I'm in that machine in the pod on some treadmill and there are no trees. We should take advantage of that. And I'm tired of the news. The news is just so incredibly depressing. We all know it's depressing. We all know it makes us miserable. And yet we look at it often, frequently. When I say we, people, not necessarily you guys, but I don't enjoy it. And the other thing is, I don't want to wake up first thing in the morning and then just get depressed. Nine times out of 10, the headlines are not good. 9 times out of 10, they're not going to inspire you. And I wish they would say, Monroe, good morning. It's going to be a great day. I go down to the sports section. Monroe, you're going to go walk 5,000 steps today and on a bike ride. It's going to be great. And you go to the entertainment section. Monroe, your favorite shows are live, in person, with real people. But no, it's just miserable. So what are you guys going to do to try to change? You each have to come up with one thing. Because what's the point of reading something if we don't change our lives in some way based on it? So we read this great book. It gave us a lot to think about. What's something you're going to do to change your life? It doesn't have to be about the phone necessarily, but I think that should be something to do with technology and try to get away from it a little bit more than you are. So I told you what I'm going to do. In the morning, I'm not going to look at it first thing, and in the evening. And I'm going to try to get it. I have an alarm here that I never use that's not connected to my phone. I think I'm going to try to start using the alarm clock that's not connected to the phone, because as soon as you get the alarm on your phone, boom, then you see notifications, then Slack, then internet, then news. Before you know it, it's time for bed and you haven't left your phone. So what's everyone's plan?
I want to reduce using the phone in daytime. I think I have to set a time at when I'm going to do any Slack work or any WhatsApp message. I think I have to set the time, like in a day, this time only I'll go and reply to all messages. Yeah.
Excellent. Leo, what are you going to do differently?
Well, actually, 3 months ago, since the lockdown started, stuff like that, like when I started to do a lot of goals and achievements that I wanted to achieve as soon as possible, I was like crazy. And all of the things that I have to do was on my laptop and on my mobile phone, so I was using it for 24 hours literally. But after that, I started to think about a new goals and achievement or something that I want to do to just make me go away from the laptop and the PC and stuff like that. So I found that maybe I will start to do choreography dancing. So whenever I need a time off and a break from all the technology that around me, I just go to do some choreography dancing and exercises and try to improve myself in it, like for maybe 1 hour. But when I finish, I get back to technology again. So I don't know what I have to do because everything that I have to do is in the on my laptop, on my mobile phone. So it's so hard.
But
But that,
try.
yeah.
Again, what I just said when I was in the chat room earlier, I said, I realized I was coming up with excuses for why I had to keep my phone with me all the time. Oh, I have to keep track of my steps. Oh, what if an important message comes in from the BreakDiving staff and the site is down? And no, you can measure out a 4,400 step track around your town and just do that same route. You don't even need to bring the phone. And guess what? I've got a great staff here of people, and the members are understanding. If there's a problem for 30 minutes when I'm gone, I'm sure they're going to handle it okay. So, Leo, my suggestion is try to catch yourself coming up with excuses saying that you need to be on the technology all the time. I think you will. I think we'll all be happier if we can reduce it slightly. Selena, what about you?
I think I'll try to separate myself from my phone more and not bring it with me everywhere as much. Like when I eat or when I shower or just when I'm sitting at the desk. Like
Do you realize
I'll try
do you
to
realize
keep
how
it out of
silly
my
that
face.
sounds? Maybe I won't take it with me when I shower. I know, like we all do it. We take it into the bathroom with us, and then we go take the shower and stuff. But think about, we're insane. That's crazy. Not you, Selena. I do it. We all do it. It becomes such a part of us. We don't even know what's going on. Sorry to interrupt. You keep going, Selena. So you're going to stop using it so much when you shower, when you eat. What else?
I don't know. That's like all I do.
Okay, that's great. That's great. Leo, did you
I,
want to say something? Actually, before you go, Leo, let Ria say. She's already doing a great job, but Ria, what are you going to do that's a
Don't
little bit
think that I'm taking
more?
my phone also with me to the shower.
Well, you got to stop that too, Leo. They also say most issues with phones getting wet and getting destroyed happens in the bathroom.
No. It's like I shower upstairs, and in my house, the stairs going upstairs are outside of the house. So it's like a completely different building. And then I just bring my phone with me upstairs and then like play music while I shower. So I'll try to stop doing that.
Exactly.
All is I think we can easily come up with excuses why we have to use it. I am challenging each of us, to find the logic in that lunacy of thinking that we need it to do it from morning to night. Ria, what are you going to do to get it out of your life a little bit more?
I'm going to give priorities to my work first, then to my phone. For every work I want to do, like I will consider my work first, because from two or last 2-3 days I'm doing, oh, I just want to check my messages. Is there any exam scheme come, or is there any important message come? So then I just procrastinate my work and then realize, oh my god, I have just spent my time useless, my time was wasted. So I will work on that.
Great.
Beautiful. So before we head out, any last thoughts on E.M. Forrester's The Machine Stops? Should everybody read this? Don't you think I think it's a great book that everyone
Yes.
should
Yes.
read. And it's free. If you're watching on YouTube, we'll put the link to download the book for free. It's in the public domain. You can get a PDF or EPUB version. And anyone else have anything they wanted to share about this?
On YouTube, videos are also available of this, some 9 to 10 minutes videos of this book overview, and I think that they presented it very beautiful, and I can imagine all the dialogues and all the things very easily. Yes. So that was also a good thing.
Cool. Ria, send that to me. Send the link to me, and I'll put it in our YouTube video. Leo, what did you want to add?
Okay.
Actually, I was going to say that he is actually an amazing author, and I would like to read more of his books. Like, I think it was Howard's End, something like that. Yeah, I would like to read it.
Yeah, one of them is Howard's End in India. Bobby and I were talking. One's called A Passage to India, and I've heard of that book before, but I never knew much about it. And so and Bobby said she wanted to read that. She's added it to her reading list. Maybe we can add that to one of our book club events. Maybe both of those books. We can find out if they're available easily online too. So thank you everybody for watching. This has been another episode of the BreakDiving Show, brought to you by BreakDiving Inc. We're a not-for-profit in the United States. Our mission is to bring happiness, success, and friendship to people around the world. And we do that primarily through our online awesome social media community with people from around the world who are all going after their dreams. If you're wondering what breakdiving is, it's a strange name. Our members don't wait for opportunities to float to the surface. We dive in and make our own breaks. And we do that through our helping one another, through going after dives, which are dreams. We certify you in your dives and dreams. We have these awesome online events, and we would love you to join us. So you can see right now that link, breakdiving.io. Please check it out. Please join us. And of course, subscribe to this channel, share this with your friends, and share a comment if you like. Bye, everyone.
Bye.